Rent a Girlfriend Volume 5 review. Having been away from the series for 6 months or so, it's finally time to dive back into Rent a Girlfriend with Volume 5, but its absence made me grow fonder of this romantic comedy. Let's find out. Back in Volume 4, Kazuya found himself faced with a new girl, Ruka, who quickly confessed her feelings for our protagonist and twisted his arms into becoming her boyfriend, with Ruka knowing the truth about Mizuhara's job. As a rental girlfriend and Kazuya dreaming of having a real girlfriend, he reluctantly agrees to date her. To bring us to the start of Volume 5, where Ruka is confronting Kazuya about his feelings for Mizuhara, having worked out that there is more to the relationship that meets the eye. Faced with no other choice, Kazuya finally tells her about how his and Mizuhara's grandmothers are friends, and will be heartbroken to find out Kazuya and Mizuhara were actually dating. Shortly after retelling Ruka the truth, Kazuya and Mizuhara are set to having a family dinner with Kazuya's parents and grandmother. Having found out about this, Ruka turns up at the restaurant and proudly declares herself Kazuya's girlfriend, which sets up all sorts of trouble. In classic, where the girlfriend style, Kazuya manages to lie his way out of the situation in a way that is sure to come back to beat him later on in the series, but the story with Ruka takes up a substantial part of this book. The second half of Success focuses on Kazuya's friend Shun going on a date with Mizuhara. Shun previously dated Ruka before she started dating our protagonist, and it turns out that Shun had strong feelings for her. So he's heartbroken by her falling for Kazuya, hoping to break him out on his funk. Kazuya arranges for Shun to go on a date with Mizuhara, who can show him there are plenty of other fish in the sea, even if it just rent someone. Perhaps the best thing about Volume 5 is the fact that so little time is spent directly with Kazuya. Yes, he's a big part of the storyline with Ruka, but this book is more focused on Ruka and Mizuhara. This is certainly a welcome part change, given the fact that Kazuya can often be the biggest problem the series has. Ruka, in particular, has a much more grounded storyline than a lot of the other characters, so more time spent with her is always welcome. In the last chapter of the book, we introduced to a new rental girlfriend who I'm looking forward to seeing more of since she wasn't in the anime adaptation all that much. Of course, I'm sure many readers will groan about the inclusion of yet another female character, but I think that, provided she's not also head over heels for Kazuya, she make an interesting addition. What's most impressive about Red Girlfriend is that even after 5 minutes, I'm still very attached to the overall story. When it certainly has issues here and there, I can look away from whatever new train wreck or protagonist finds himself involved in next. I don't think author Reiji Miyajima deserves praise for creating something which is an equal parts of fascinating and ridiculous. It's a great fun, provided you switch your brain off. You can ignore some of the issues, of course. Where the Girlfriend Volume 5 comes to the West thanks to Kodansha Comics and has been translated by Kevin Gifford. As always, a trusted reads well, no issues to note. Voices of the series is already available with Volume 7 due out in July. Overall, Volume 5 of Rent a Girlfriend proves itself one of the stronger entries in the series, with Kazuya taking a backseat to Mizuhara and Ruka. With the introduction of a new character fast approaching, this has been a good opportunity to take a break and flesh out the cast we already have. 8 out of 10.